Hello fellow crafters. I'm going to show you how to make a dress form, your own dress form. All you need is material. You can use felt, you can use burlap, you can use, this is tapestry material. Try to make sure I got it in view. Any kind of material that you can stuff. The satin you could probably do, but the way I'm doing it, the way I'm going to show you, the satin may not work because satin frays a lot. So anyways, you're gonna need some kind of dress form. You can either draw your own, or if you've got a dress form on paper or a chipboard like I do here, you can trace it onto paper, newspaper, whatever you have, okay, and cut it out. Then you're going to lay it on your material, okay, and cut it out. I used my rickrack scissors, which is the zigzag, to cut it out with. If you don't have it, you can use regular scissors, which is fine. Once you get that cut out, you're going to sew it on the machine, or you can do it by hand, but a machine's much better. You're going to start at the bottom of the dress, and you're going to mark it so that you leave an inch open in the center, okay? And then you're going to start your needle here, and you're going to backstitch a couple times to make it strong. Then if you stop your needle at each corner, turn your material, sew, stop, leave your needle in, turn the material, and then just turn the material as you're doing your sewing and complete all the way down to the spot here, and backstitch a couple times. Make sure you leave a big enough opening for your dowel rod. Now there's different sizes. The one that I'm using is about a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch in width. This is a bigger one. It depends on how big your dress form is going to be. Okay. This dress form is about 6 inches in length and 4 inches in width. So it's 6 inches this way and about 4 inches this way. Okay. Once you've got it sewn, now you're going to sew it together, and it's going to give you a frayed look around the edges. Okay. That's the look I'm going for. If you want to do it to where you want to turn it inside out, make sure after you've cut it out and you've sewn it that you're going to do a little snip here. You're going to miter your corners on each corner, and make sure you do a little snip here, and trim, as much as you can off, at least about a 1/4 of an inch, okay? And then you're going to use this to turn it inside out with. You might want to make this just a little bit bigger to turn it inside out, because it's harder when it's smaller. Okay. And then you're going to stuff it. Now I use just a pen to shove the stuffing up in there. You're going to stuff it up to the top, into the corners, get this nice and full, and then here, and then all the way down. And then I shove my rod up in there until it's nice and tight. And then I take a needle and thread, okay, and you're going to go back and forth, especially when you're using burlap. You're just going to go in one way. Let's see if I can show you. You're going to go in one way and then go back through the same way. Okay, this doesn't have, because this is done, I don't have a knot in it right now, sorry. Then you have your dowel wrap, I'm sorry, your dress form with the dowel rod. Okay, now the base You can do anything. The theme I'm doing right now is our theme is sewing, so I'm going with a thimble look. And how I did that was I found an old spool that I saved that actually had plastic in the center, and I ran my rod through the center of this. I added a little bit of stuffing, and then I put a little piece of paper that fit over here, and then I covered the bottom. Okay, and then I put my dowel rod in here and stuffed it with stuffing to make it sturdy, because it didn't fit tight. It was kind of big. The dowel rod was kind of small, and I used this pointer that I have to stuff the stuffing down in there nice and tight all around. Okay, and then I just used felt and paper, and then I'm covering it with pearls. But this is it so far. It's not done. I'm going to use some yarn to make it look like thread, decorate it, whatnot. Here's another one I did using the tapestry. Okay, it's not done. I still need to sew the bottom and make a base for it. A little tip for you. Whenever you're using a hot glue gun and you have little pieces of hot glue strings, use your heat gun. Get your heat gun warm first, and then just go back and forth over your little project, and all those little strings will disappear. Okay. Another tip: if you want to make a dress form that is bigger than this, use, if you've got one, a projector, or if you're a teacher and you have a projector at school, you can take your paper and hang it on the wall, tape it to the wall, and take your dress form. Maybe not this one. I used, it's not in here, sorry. To make a bigger one, you're going to use a dress form to make a shadow. Even if you draw one out on a piece of chipboard and hold it to make a shadow with a flashlight on the wall, and trace it out and cut it out, and then you have a pattern for a bigger one. Okay, that is just some tips I wanted to share with you. Another tip: you can use different kind of bases for your dress form. And one base that I thought of, I haven't done yet, is you know your candle holders that have the nice big fat base on them like this, and you know they're intricate. If you find any of those or have some laying around, I know you could use that and shove it up into the dress form. That would be a nice base. Another thing you can do too is, if you make these bigger or leave a little opening right here, you can run a rod through it and put little balls on the end, and then you can hang your laces or whatever off of it, or jewelry if you want to make it for a gift for someone to hang jewelry off of. But what I'm doing is I'm going to decorate it, and it is for her to put her stick pins in. I'll show you an example. Little stick pins. You know, see the crafty ones that people are making. This is to hold the stick pins, and also can hold hat pins. If you have any hat pins, you can use this to put your hat pins in. Okay, I'll just show you how this works. It just sticks right in there. See? Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.